Well, hello everyone. My name is Vivian Stewart, and welcome to the Infonet Library's YouTube channel. The purpose of the video today is to make sure that you are able to access the library databases remotely and also on site. So you may be aware that we recently had a data breach last month, and that has caused us to rethink the way things are being done until we get back to normal operations. One of the things that was affected in the library was the way that students access our electronic databases. So our workaround is to remove the proxy prefix. Now, this is a term that you possibly have never heard before. So in simple terms, what the proxy would do is allow students and faculty and staff also to be able to connect to our resources when they were away from Southwest. When you're working from home, working from your jobs, you're still able to access resources and still do everything as though you were actually on site. Since the proxy is not operational now, and we don't know what the timeline is for getting it back up, we do have a workaround. So my goal today is to show you how to access the resources on site and also talk about what will happen when you're working remotely. So please keep in mind that if by chance you don't understand everything today, you can always reach out to me, reach out to another librarian, and we'll walk you through the process. So at this point, I simply want to share my desktop with you. So just give me a moment to get everything set up. Okay. I also want to remind you when you're watching this video that in the lower left-hand corner, there will be an option that will allow you to maximize the screen so that you can see things a little bit better, okay? At this point, we are at the public website for the college. So I just want to walk you through in case you've never been on the library's homepage before. The address that we are at right now is highlighted, which is www.southwest.tn.edu. Okay. You can see that across the top, there are some options listed. Library is the third option. By simply clicking here, it takes you directly to the library's homepage. Now, as I continue to scroll down, there will be a section that says frequently visited links, which is here. The second option under frequently visited links says databases, and this is where we're going now. So I am selecting this. On our electronic databases page, this is where you can find articles, electronic books, multimedia items. There are two ways to select resources. You can visit the A to Z resource listing, which will give you a description of the items along with the titles, or you can select items based upon different categories which are listed alphabetically. So if you were actually on site at one of our locations, you were on this page and you wanted to use biography, Gale in context, we would simply select the title. Now this point is trying to bypass the proxy, so it may take a minute to actually display the web address. But as I can see, has already displayed it, but an error message will pop up in a moment. So with this address, there is part of this that we need to remove. I click one time to highlight it, and where I am starting is at this equal sign and going. I unhighlight it, and now I want to just select all the way back to the beginning. Or if you would rather start at HTTPS and go all the way to the end of the equal sign, you can. But this is the proxy prefix that will allow us to authenticate when you're working from home to make sure that you are a part of the Southwest community. This has to be removed because this is what is causing the problems and you can never connect. So with the highlighted, I am simply using my backspace key to remove it. I will now go to the very end and click one time and press enter. And so now it's searching directly for the product and it should connect, which it has just connected, and I am able to use this as without any problems. Now, when you are actually working from home, you will go through the same process, except for it will ask you for a username and password. So what I want you to keep in mind is that we have to make sure that we are dealing with someone from Southwest. So we are asking that you email us when you would like to use one of the databases, and then we will provide you with the username and password that has been set up from the vendor to allow you to still work with ease as you were working on site. Once you have selected one database, you may find that that same credential will allow you to access all of the databases from a particular vendor. Of course, if you decide that you want to use another database, that will require you to possibly email us for another username and password, and we don't mind doing that. But we would have a problem if you possibly contact us and ask us for 10 different username and passwords, because I don't think you would need that many to complete a project. Okay, so basically, you will access the library's databases page, select the title that you want to use. We have to highlight that proxy prefix. We have to delete it out, and then you can perform your search. Working from home, it will ask you for a username and password. You enter that, and you should still have access. I'm about to stop sharing my screen, taking me back to our starting point. So just a quick video to show you how this should actually work. It is our workaround. We hope that the timeline for getting us back to normal will not take the entire semester. But if it does, we do have a workaround for you. So thank you so much for joining me. I do hope that you were able to follow along and understand what needs to be done. If you have any problems, please contact me or contact another librarian. Thank you so much, everyone, and you all have a great day. Bye bye.